1512, sorry, COS 152614. So we did, I'm gonna give, let me just give you a small background before we use the app. So in course 1512 is in an introduction to OOP. Introduction to OOP. Object-oriented programming. So in this chapter, we did about the classes. When you do classes, in the classes, you also have the implementation of a class, implementation. So in the implementation, remember you were used to write the header file, a hash include, or the one with H, né? And with .h, yes, .h. So now we are taking those last chapters for starting with classes. Then we are using them we're going to be using the same process, the same things that we're using last year. So now here you're gonna have to have the app. So in order for you to get this app, you can just go to internet. In your internet there, you can just click, you can just say Qt creator. I think you already have an app. So when you say Qt creator, you will find this Qt here, the first one. You can click it, then you can download it. There is a new versions there. And then secondly, when you're done downloading, you can install if you need help with the installation, but I think you won't have a problem with that. Then after that, you're gonna come to this page when you open it. Then when we want to create a new, it's the same as a code block, but just that it's more of it's more like, not more like the same. But when you want to create a project, you can create a project here, or you can also open a project. So now I'm not going to open my other projects that I have. I'm going to create a project. So when I create an project, you can come here to other project. So from other projects, when you click, you will have these options here. There is a Qt custom design wizard. There's Qt quick that, but for now, we're gonna use this one for empty QMake project. We're gonna click on it. So when you click on this one,
on my version, it's written MTQC project. Is this the same?
Yes, it's MTQT. Yes, you click on MTQT project. So when you click on MTQT project, it's gonna come exactly to this, and here where you have to write the name of your project. Then you can write it any name. So I'm gonna say hello, for example, hello world. So when I say hello world here, I can click next. Then you can just select all. Yes, select all kids. I already clicked out. I can click next again. In this one here, when you come to this stage, you can just finish. I think it's written finish there. Then it's gonna, you can just say, okay, it's fine. Then you wait for it. It's gonna come and give you this, it's gonna give you these options here. Do you see this idea? When it's giving this page, you will have like hello.pro pro. So here, there is nothing here in this file. So when there is nothing, we're gonna have to, you can click here on top, you see there. You can right click, you come to add new. So the first thing that I'm gonna add now, I'm going to add main function. So now when you add new, you have C++ here. You can write in Python. If you are going to use Python language, you can click on Python. And or if you are Java, you can click on Java. If you are in Qt or GLST. So, but for us, we're going to click on C and C++. So we're gonna use, you can say C++. This one, where we're gonna come to it, is you're gonna use this one when you are writing your assignment. You see the assignment, it will need you to create a class. But for now, we're gonna write this one for C++ source file. And if you check here, we have a header file, the one with a .h, but let's go for .cpp. So here now we can write it. Let's use the word main. We can say main. You click there. You will see that here you just say finish, then okay. So now when you check here, let's wait for it. It's gonna compile, and then after that, your main will be there. Just wait for it to be blue this side. Then your main function is going to be empty. You see that is empty.
Yes.
So when your main function is empty, if you double click on hello.pro, you will find that it's writing source plus equals to slash main.cpp. So now when you write that, you must, let's say you can make a space. I will make a space there. There is some command that we must include there. So the command from that qt, when you write qt is plus equals to, when you say qt, you write core GUI, GUI. Then is GUI. Then after that, we can write, you say greater. Now, when you say greater, it's gonna appear, you see, it appears. You can double click on it. Then inside here, you must tell it that, okay, I want to use a qt. When you say qt underscore, it's gonna show you here in the option that is, we are going to use a qt major version. So you click on it, you put a comma. After comma, you're gonna put 4. Then you can, after here, we are not yet done. You can put a semicolon. In the semicolon again, we will say qt plus and equals to widget, and then you say it's WIGET. Okay, widget. Is it widget like this? No.
Yes, I think it's like
Widgets. Okay, it's fine. It's gonna tell me. Mara, I think it's E. Is it ERT in ETS?
I think it's like that.
It's like, you mean it's like, okay, let me just check the spelling. Yeah, it's like exactly the way I've written it there. So now when we have added this, you must save your file. So saving your file, you can, I mean this information that we just wrote, you can press Control S. So when you say Control S, you're waiting a little bit, you can see maybe it's compiled, you see it's saved. Then we can go to a main function. So in the main function, that's when we can start writing something. When you start writing something, remember, we have hash include. You want to write you're writing an application here. We're gonna have a hash include Q application. The way we are writing hash include IStream here, we're gonna say Q application. Feel free to ask any question.
So far I think I can see
You can see what's happening.
the similarities
Yes.
between COS1512 and this module.
Okay. Q application. I think Q application. When I say hash include Q application, some information I'm gonna add them later. We're gonna go to an int main. In int main, remember, we're used to just write int main like this. Now we're going to add some few parameters inside. We're gonna have an int arg argc, and then we're gonna also have char, because like I'm just want to write like something to write a name like a string. So I'm gonna use char with an pointer.
So ARG is a variable.
Yes, arg is a variable. So this variable is going to help you with something like what is just like an argue. You see, when you say a variable, that is can be the way when we write a function, and when you say int x.
Yeah.
Yes. So now when you have done that, for argue, for structure, Structure is like a pointer. But we can give it a name. We can say argue V, né? We put a something like that. So when you put something like this, remember it's an array in terms of array. You remember how you call an array in a function?
Yes.
Okay. Then you can say, you can put, and there you put a braces. So when we put braces, we can now write our some few things. In our, there we have Q application. Q application, you can say Q application. So in the Q application here, we are going to say it's app, because why am I using app here? I'm gonna show you in this source here. Just give me a moment. So that I can write there. This Q application, you can say app, and then in our app we have AGR. Remember we are using AGR here and ARGV, AGC, and you say comma ARGV. And then you put a semicolon ending the sentence. So this is the name of our app. Né? This app which is happening here. The name, this name here. If we, I think if you come here, somehow I will, when you are working, this is the name of like, we are making an app here. So in this app here, you will find that when we write like that, it's gonna change the color. Then when you change the color,
Hey, you are cutting.
no, I was closing the door. There are people who are moving out in the other flat. You see.
Oh, okay.
So they are busy taking out their doors.
All
All
right.
right, sorry for that interference. So now, after that, we're gonna go to a Q label. For Q label, you can say Q label like this. It's gonna, everything when you are typing here, you will see that it appears. So we're gonna make our label. I will name it label. Is my name of my label. This is like the way when you say int X or int label. When I say label, that's a name. I can assign it to be equals to a new title. New title, when you sign, you can see that is appearing a new title, but this is a new title script. I want new title only. Let me just new, I will assign it to a new, not new, sorry, not new title, I mean new Q labels, ne? Q label. New Q label. So in this new Q label here, we're gonna have we're gonna name it, we can name it something like maybe welcome. I will just say welcome. I'm gonna put double quotation mark, welcome to my app, math. Welcome to my maths app. Welcome to my maths app. So now when we are working with this Q label, we must also have a header file which we can include, which is hash include Q label. Q label. So this welcome to my app. We can also, if I just run it like now, I can say return, for example, I can return app.xexe. Ne? So this app.xexe, if I return it, I will try to compile. So here it's telling me that no member name new. Ne? So this new here, let me say new, yeah, it's fine. So if we try to expect undefined, okay, ID, Q label. So let's try to, okay, in this Q label here, if you check, there is something that I didn't really write them. It's not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be like this way. So here I even make it, I was supposed to, let me just erase this here. Because there's supposed to be one there. And then let me just check if I've made some error so far. So maybe I can just also add one more thing. Let me just add one more thing. I can add a label. I can say, let's say label. So in my label here, you use dash slash less. Then when you use dash less, and then we can set our window title on top of your app. You see here, it says main.cpp at a lower rate there. Remember, we were creating something like this. We can set it. I can say, for example, let me say, maybe write something like mathematics mathematics lesson. So I just wrote that. It's gonna appear on top. It says expect unqualified. Something is unqualified. Let's see what is it that is unqualified. The unqualified one, we can say for the label, we can set it to set window title. So you will see that there is something. If you check down here, there must be a set window title. If I write here, maybe you're gonna use it, set window title. So insert window title is fine. Now our code, you can see, if I build this code, there is no error, I think, but it won't show anything. We can save it. Let's save it. It's gonna be built. We can wait for it. It's fine. Then when you run, you see when I build, I go to this hammer thing. Does your app have an hammer?
Let me check.
Okay. So maybe you can check while we are.
It says I am.
It has. So you can also come to what you can also come to this. You see this triangle, this string of triangle is for running. When we run our code, it won't show us anything there. You see, it's just gonna say build. Okay. Let's see what we'll do for a few minutes. So there is nothing is showing. So in order for it to show, we can also write something like a label so that we can say label, then dash slash show. You write show like that, semicolon. Then with this function, it's gonna show. It's going to show something. So it says user of uncleared identifier label did you mean label? So there is something, did you mean label? Label. Okay. This one here, it was supposed to have L.
I think the one on top.
The one on which one?
You see where you wrote Q label and then next.
Yes, you are right. It must have an L. Yeah. It's just that maybe something happened. So let's build our code. When we build our code, yeah, we can run now. You see, it's showing us this welcome to Maths. You can see our app here, welcome to Maths. Welcome to my Maths app. Mara is showing very small. But if you can drag it like this, you see, you will see that I'm just enlarging it. You can see that it says mathematics lesson on top the way this software is here. You see here it is main.cpp on top. There is this thing there and there. You see that.
Yes.
Mathematics lesson. Welcome to my Maths app. So now the way when we run it, it shows very small. You see that you can also add something also here. You can also add let's say you want to resize it so that it can change. We can resize this. We say label. Then we resize it to. We can resize it to what resize. When we resize it, let's resize it to maybe 500 into. Let's say 500 into 500 is fine. Then this one, when you open, it's gonna resize it the same way. Instead of me to be dragging so that I can see, it's gonna open it in terms of this 500 earlier. This means is L length multiplied by height. It's like length and height. not multiply.
Okay.
It's length and height. So when we make, let's just, because we made the changes, let's see what will happen. So it's telling me that there is a problem. What is the problem
If there's
now?
a mistake when you were resizing it.
Yes. I made this here. Let me say 500, 500. Then let's see. It's gonna tell us if there's a mistake again. I think now it's fine. There was 500 after I didn't write everything there, but now it's going to be fine. Let's just wait it to finish building. So I'm gonna run my code. You see now when it opens, it's opening in terms of mathematics lesson. Welcome to my math app. Eh?
Yeah.
I think for now,